Robert, and you're watching Backyard Bodyworks. Hey guys, it is Wednesday, June the 17th or 18th maybe. Anywho, the battery box is here. It finally came. I'm very pleased with the construction of it. Now the only thing left to do now is to do the slope right here. I've got to do the metal work to make sure that it fits in with that slope right there, and then get it, even here. It's pretty even in the front. This side needs a little bit of work, but I think it's because of the back edge is, it doesn't sit down onto the face like it should, which when we do the body work should be fine. Now we're not going to get into that today. This is just, to let you know the behind the scenes that's going on while I was waiting for the parts. While I was waiting for parts to get here, I was doing some research on the car, and I heard back from the British Heritage Museum, and they said that they couldn't help me based on the chassis number, that I needed to find the commission number. Well, the commission plate is missing. That's Florida. Hello? How are you? I'm not doing too bad today. I am trying to track down some information about a vehicle that I purchased several years ago via the tax records. It's a classic vehicle that we're trying to track down the VIN number on, and my search has led me to you. Right. Is there any way to find out any of the tax information on the vehicle though? No, I've got it registered in another state now, and I bought it from the original owner who lived in Florida, and the original title was titled in Florida, and I was looking for the tax records on it. Right, which was I checked with Okaloosa County, and they didn't have the records going back far enough. He said I had to go up to the state level, that all the records would be with the state. Okay, I've got a form here. The form is the HSMV 9051. I can't read. I don't have my glasses. No, I don't have time to do that today. Well, yeah, go ahead and give me the one question survey. It's only one question. I can do that. I give you number one. You guys did awesome. You too. You have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye. Oh, man. This is proving to be so hard. But you know what? That's part of, if you buy a car like this, that's part of the, if you want to research and find out information, this is what you have to go through. So, and if you want to, nail down, if you have a classic car and you want to nail down its originality, this is the process and the search that you've got to deal with. It's the government entities. So, she was very nice. And we're going to contact this next number and we'll find out what's going on there. So, stick with us. I have reached the end of my journey. It seems that Florida records only go back 10 years, so I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to find the commission number, other than correspondence with the British Heritage Museum, because they've got all the full records, and I would have to actually probably go to the British Archives and do the search myself, and we're talking hours of microfiche viewing. So, yeah, that was disappointing. If anybody has any insight into my dilemma, by all means, leave a comment below and we will follow up on that lead and go from there. Hey everybody, it is Friday. Sorry for the long pause, but just busy this week with work and some other things, plus waiting on parts to get here. What we're going to do today is we're going to prep this box for welding. We're going to bend this back piece to match this back part of the bulkhead, and probably won't weld it in today. We'll probably weld it in tomorrow. So because I've got it's kind of a summertime is a busy time when your wife's a teacher and she's off and she wants to go do stuff. So right now her and her mom are off doing something. So when she gets home, my uncle's in town, so we're gonna go out to eat with them and take care of do some family stuff. So thanks for stopping by the shop. We're going to go ahead and get started, and you guys come along for the ride. You gotta love these parts. That is an awesome fit. I mean, of course it's one of those heritage approved pieces that go in, that Rimmer sells, and I mean it goes in just like it was made for it, which it was, except for the lip in the back. I had to bend that up just a little bit, but I mean it ought to be nice and solid. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the spot holes for it, and maybe we'll go ahead and weld it in now. I mean, everything's prepped and ready, so we'll just go ahead and do it. I don't know what is on that firewall, but it's not the rubberized undercoating that I pulled off of the body. It almost looks like that stuff that you put on mobile home roofs, that silver stuff to seal the roof. That's what it looks like. I mean, somebody just slathered it on there. I guess I wanted to make sure that it was sealed up tight. Goodness gracious. And the only thing I know that would get that stuff off is have it acid dipped or something like that. In case you guys didn't know, it's a little hot down in the sunny south today. Last week was awesome. We had some really nice weather. It's in the 50s at night and 70s and 80s during the day. Now it's like 5 billion degrees out there. So I don't know what to do to get that off, except to have when I get all this stuff together, is just have it acid dipped, and see if that doesn't do something. Either that or just take a wire wheel and a brush to it and just keep at it. Again, I don't want to be like Sisyphus and do futile acts either. I mean, it's coming off. I mean, the acetone's taking it off really, really well. Acetone's expensive, and I don't feel like using acetone on that just to get it off when I'm going to replace the floor anyway. But that bulkhead is it's in really good shape. I'm very pleased with it. I want to make sure that I don't get the two rags mixed up. I don't want to wipe my face with that stuff I've been cleaning the stripper off with. Let's see that now. That's a horror movie in the makings. I think we're just going to go ahead and weld the battery box. I've got it really clean in behind here, so I'm probably just going to weld the battery box in and try and worry about that later. I'm probably going to regret that decision, but I've got it pretty clean underneath where the battery box would hang, so I'm not going to be getting back up in there with with a scraper or anything. So it's just one of those things that I like to go ahead and get done. I was discussing with Cheryl about the floors, and I told her that I was thinking about just kind of working my way in a U, going down one side and coming back up the other. And she made the comment to me, she said it'd make more sense to order that whole thing as one pack and have it shipped under one shipping cost than to have all these little tiny shipping costs as I do little projects. She said just go ahead and do the bigger projects and get those bigger parts ordered, because those will be able to get them underneath, cut the shipping cost down, is basically what she was saying. That does look nice. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and punch the holes and weld it in, and then we're going to finish cleaning these up, because these got a little bit of rust on them, so I need to do some rust preventive measures on that. So, all right, we're going to continue on. Thanks for coming by. We are ready to weld. I've got everything that I'm concerned about cleaned off. We're going to start here. We're just going to right on around. I think that's going to be it for today. I'm running into a problem back here in the back where I'm having a hard time getting it to make a connection, because I can't clamp it together, and I'm having a hard time holding it, pushing down, and trying to weld it all at the same time. So I'm going to think about this overnight, and it's getting close time to go eat anyway, so I'm going to get a shower, and like I said, I'm going to call it a day and think about this and come back at it tomorrow fresh. Y'all have a great night. We will see you guys tomorrow. Hey everybody, it is Saturday morning, and we are going to get back to welding this piece in on the back side and trying to figure out how to get this mated up properly so that the welds come out like right in here. I had trouble getting these welds in here because it wouldn't sit down on the metal properly. So I slept on it, and I figured out a way to press from the inside and press down, and to make sure that the metal meets metal and that the welds are joined up properly. So, thanks for stopping by the shop today, and we will continue on with getting this installed. Now that we've got the battery box welded into place, the next thing to do is to clean the strengthener pieces that run from the bulkhead to the battery box and make sure that they fit really well, which they do. I've got them straightened out to where that I'm happy with them. They just need a little bit more cleaning before I weld them into place. But they seem to be everything seems to fit together really nicely. I'm very happy with the repair. We will clean this up and we will shoot it with a coat of epoxy primer to protect it. And then this particular repair, we will consider that done and we will move on to the next thing, which we will probably move into the cockpit and start assessing what we have to do as far as floors, sills, strengtheners, door jambs, A and B posts, and that will be an extensive project because we've got both sides to do. But I think that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to take my my beloved wife's advice and just move into the next part of the project. So let me go ahead and get these cleaned up, and we'll see about welding them into place next. Here we are in the what I call the undercroft, which I have plans to turn into my workshop workspace, which is, you know, it's under the house, where I plan to put on all, you know, all my blast, you know, the blast cabinet and the parts washer and my bench grinder and stuff here, so that this can be my workspace and keep the upstairs space for working, you know, just, you know, for car stuff. And, you know, any of the fabrication, I'm planning on moving all the fabrication equipment down here, and this will be my fabrication room. Eventually I'm going to move the engine down here, and this will be the workspace that I rebuild the engine in. And welcome to my lair. We're going to clean up these pieces on the wheel. I've got the wire brush, and just, you know, get rid of some of the flaky rust and the flaky paint that's still on here off, so that we can weld it up and prime it. Thanks for following me down here, and we will get this done and go back upstairs. Alright guys, now what we're going to do is we're going to scuff up these pieces. We're going to clean them up as far as getting the paint off, make sure that we're using 80 grit paper, and we'll just give the epoxy primer something to bite to, as well as we'll be cleaning up the bulkhead and the welds, the welding spots, and just tidying up our work so that we can go on to the next phase of this particular repair. Thanks for watching. Pretty good day's work, I think. I've got the spot welds cleaned off. I've got the I need to finish cleaning off the rust off of here. Well, I tell you what, these tires make great seats. It's almost like it was designed to do that, you know. All right, let's continue on. I think that's got it. Sorry that you guys missed the welding part of this, but the GoPro's battery died, so I went ahead and welded the supports in. Now I've still got to grind the welds out, but I think that looks pretty good. I'm very happy with that. Ugly welds down through there though. Oof, that's really nasty. Now they look better. Of course not that one right there. You are very ugly. Hey guys, that's going to conclude this video. Got a lot accomplished. Got the battery box in. We got both of the supports in. We got the bulkhead cleaned. The next step will be to put epoxy primer on the bulkhead, which we'll probably do next week. Really moving along. I'm really pleased with the progress that we've made this last couple of weeks. The next step, I think, will be to work on the sills. At some point, we'll do an assessment to figure out where to go, because I can't do anything lower yet because I got to be able to get the body off the chassis in order to do that. and to do that, I really need to fix the sills and put floor pans in and get the body strength, put strength back into the body so that I can take it off the frame, so that and I don't want to have any problems with the body, with it warping or out of shape, because there's a weak spot. Of course, the entire bottom of the car is a weak spot. Yes, it is very hot. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by the shop and checking on me. We are, just good things are happening, and I've got some things in the works now that I'll let you guys know as soon as they materialize, and it has to do with finding information out about the car and trying to, because a lot of you know that I've been trying to find a history on it as to manufacturer, when it was manufactured and all that, because I don't have the commission plate is missing off of it. There have been some issues that me and the motor museum have been in contact back and forth, where they've asked me questions, asked for pictures, that kind of thing. So hopefully we'll find something out. Stay tuned for that. If you like these videos, by all means, give us a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to the channel and you want to subscribe for more content, by all means, subscribe below. If you want to get notified every time that we upload a video, ring the notification bell, and that will let you know every time that we upload a video, either on this project or any of the other projects that we're working on. Thanks for stopping by, and you guys have a great day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.